Hey, what is up, mortals? Stan here, and before we get into today's video, I'd like to say a few things first. I'd like to let you all know that we have a merch store. Some of the items in it are only available for a limited amount of time, so if you're interested, go in the description and check it out. Each item helps us make more content. Secondly, if this video gets 500 likes by the end of the week, we will continue this what if. And thirdly, if you didn't know, only 41.3% of you are subscribed to us. So please hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into the story. Last part, Deku left school for home in preparation for the entrance exam. On the way, he ran into the sledge villain, which All Might saves him from. All Might says his quirk is very useful and leaps away. Deku continues walking, he sees a big scene, and he hurries to oversee his friend/rival stuck in the sledge villain. Then Deku turns into Death Arms, pulling out Bakugou and running away. Deku makes it away, but the sledge villain followed him and is about to get everyone there stuck, when suddenly All Might uses a Texas Smash, blowing the sledge villain away. A few months later, Deku makes it to the U entrance exam and does the written test. Then starts the physical exam. The final entrance exam starts with everyone rushing out. Deku then sees Ada and transforms into him. He uses his super speed kicks to destroy the robots, but Deku was struggling with control over his quirk, so he looked at the pro hero, Cement Toss. He uses Cement Toss' cement ability to destroy the robots faster and save more people. Deku then sees a girl stuck under a big piece of rubble. He then asks her how her quirk works, and he transforms into her, lifting the big rock off of her. She thanks him, but a big robot appears. Deku tells the girl to run, and transforms into a huge robot fighting it. Deku loses the fight and de-transforms, being unable to move. The robot is about to step on Deku, but he sees All Might rooting for him. Deku transforms into All Might, dodging the attack, and gets up, jumping in the air. And he yells, "California Smash!" in All Might's voice, destroying the robot, sending winds and gusts everywhere, leaving a stray clear area where the robot went. Deku comes home from the exams and takes a rest, waiting for a couple of days while the results come in. Deku opens the letter and a hologram of All Might pops up and says, "Congratulations, young Midoriya! You made it in Class 1A with an outstanding score. You start tomorrow, so get ready!" The next day comes and he walks in the classroom, with everyone staring at him, thinking that he's the boy with the higher score. The girl that Deku saved earlier puts out her hand and says, "My name's Uraraka. What's yours?" Deku shakes her hand and replies, "Izuku Midoriya! Nice to meet you!" Bakugou then walks up by saying, "So you made it in, beating me, making me second? You won this time, but I'll catch up to you. You'll see!" Aizawa walks in by saying, "Good morning, my students. It seems like you've all made it. We'll be doing some quirk assessments to see who stays here. I can't have weak heroes going out in their hero society. Get started and meet me in the field and try your best luck." He walks out the door towards the field. Everyone is shocked. They don't do well. They might get kicked from the class. They all get ready and head for the field with Aizawa. Aizawa says, "We'll be doing multiple types of testing that will use your quirk in creative ways." Now, before we get back in our story, I would like to say we have a second channel called Anime Deep Dive. Anime Deep Dive goes over the hard facts of anime presented. Now, in case you guys didn't know, we have a third channel called We Celestial's Naruto What If. We Celestial Naruto What If mainly focuses on our Naruto series. If you are interested in this content, please go into the description below and check it out. Or click the icon in the top right corner. Now, with that out of the way, let's get back into the story. They first start with a 50-meter dash. Off is Bakugou and Deku racing off against each other. Deku is quickly looking around for someone to transform into. He finds Ada again. Knowing his speed well helps to score better, but he has to use it right. The robot says to go and they race off, with Deku winning by 0.79 seconds, or 3.34 seconds, while Bakugou got 4.13 seconds. Next is the grip test, with Deku turning to Mezo Shoji, getting 486 kilograms. Next is the sandbox jump. After Bakugou is done, Deku turns into Bakugou and jumps over with a lesser explosion to make it over the box. After this is the sidestep test, which Deku turns into Mintada and copies what he did after his test. The final exam has come to the ball throw. Chakra goes first and gets infinity, then Bakugou goes second and gets 705.2 meters. Then next up is, of course, Deku, and he turns into a chakra and gets infinity again. For all of you people probably commenting about how it's 90% of the power of the quirk, it isn't 90% of infinity because infinity isn't a defined number, which means it would still be infinity. The results are in and Deku gets the 4th spot, meaning Mineta will be last. But Aizawa calls the bluff and says, "I was just doing this to see where you guys stand and make you do your best." This is because when he was walking away, All Might heard what he was planning to do and talked him out of it. The next day, everyone is seated in class when All Might runs in and says we'll be doing training at the training ground, doing hero training. All Might says, "Make sure you get into your hero costumes." Deku uses the hero costume his mother made later because he realized it wouldn't matter too much because he can just transform into whatever costume he would like anyway. All Might then explains, "We'll be paired into groups of 2. One team are heroes trying to capture the weapon. The other team is villains protecting the weapons. Once heroes have captured both of the villains and disarmed the bomb, your teams will be chosen by picking a paper from this box." Everyone gets the same team as in canon. Deku and Ichaka is up against Bakugou and Ida. You'll have 5 minutes to prepare and come up with a strategy before the match begins. Right as they're about to head in the building, Deku sees Aizawa walking with the other students in All Might Watch. He quickly transforms, knowing his quirk will be useful. This time, Bakugou isn't aggressive towards Deku like in canon, so he listens to Ida and stays with him. They plan to wait at the rocket for them. Ida then says, "We should watch out for Deku. He might try to fool us with his transformation quirk, but if we're together, we'll know who is who." And switching over to Achaka and Deku with their plan, Achaka says, "So what's the plan? My quirk can make things lighter, not just levitating." But Deku says, "I'll turn into you, breaking the ceiling above them, making dust and pebbles everywhere. Next, we'll float up some pillars and we'll make them lighter with our quirk. And then, we'll send off all the pebbles in the air towards them. Then we'll go close up while they're distracted and secure the machine." Achaka just says okay, and they head towards the rocket to execute the plan. Achaka and Deku look for pillars to use to launch pebbles. They get ready to break the roof on Deku's count of 3. Deku says, 1, 2, 3, go! And then they break the roof, causing dust and concentrated pebbles in the air, surprising Bakugou and Ida. They both float up with the pillars in their hands, and then they launch rocks and dust towards Bakugou and Ida. Bakugou tries to blast rubble and dust away, which worked, but this gave them enough time to float up close to the weapon, capturing it, making them the winners. Thank you for watching at the end of the video. Now there's a few things I'd like to go over before the video ends. On the behalf of Weird Celestials, I'd like to thank the writer for this video, and the editor for this video. Their details will be in the description. If you're a voice actor, editor, or writer, or you're interested in becoming one of those, go to the Discord that is in the description of this video, and hit up one of the heads of those areas. We're always looking for members to join us. So that's it for today's video, and thank you guys for watching. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're interested, and hit the like button if you liked the video. Until next time, peace out, mortals, and have a fantastic day!